Hey everyone, it is Dave. Welcome back from spring recess. It's time for module number 10, and it's also time for one of my favorite topics, art theft, looting, and repatriation. This is the area of art history I'm most interested in, and the lecture this week is actually a professional presentation that I gave several years ago. We're also going to be having a lecture on ancient Egypt, and who doesn't like ancient Egypt? So we're going to have two great lectures this week. I'm also going to show you how the discussion board is going to work. So please join me, and I'll walk you through Module 10. All right, here we are on the Canvas site. We'll take a look at Module 10. There we go. Up top, our usual suspects, our video that you're watching right now, our action plan for the week, followed by a link to my office hours every Monday from 4 to 7 p.m. Underneath that is our first lecture. This is a professional lecture that I gave several years ago now, and it's really a lot of fun. I love talking about art theft, looting, and repatriation, and I hope you learn a lot from this particular lecture. I've got the study guide underneath, followed by the further exploration section, which not only has a little bit of reading for you, but also a lot of videos of movie trailers. Everything from documentaries like The Rape of Europa to more Hollywoodized movies such as The Monuments Men or The Woman in Gold. And then this one down here, The Thomas Crown Affair, is a completely fictional film about art theft, but it stars James Bond, so how can you get anything better than that? Our second lecture is also a lot of fun because it centers around ancient Egypt. The lecture, study guide, and then for the further exploration section, there is a lot here. Now, the main thing you need to do, of course, is the reading. But then down below, you can pick and choose what interests you the most. So if you're interested in the hidden chambers behind King Tut's tomb, and this is an NPR program, you can take some time to listen to this. The pictorial necklace, Akhenaten. This guy here is walking around the Giza plain, all the different pyramids, so you can actually see the height and all the tourists and the buses and things like that that bring you to the Great Pyramids. Of course, we have to have some music videos from the 80s and 70s. The mummification process, that's probably a really important one to watch. More of a fun one, the mummification rap. The In Search Of episode on King Tut. A lot of students have asked me about the Book of the Dead. This is an hour-long lecture on that. And also a documentary on the secrets of the pharaohs. And there are some commercials early on, but if you fast forward to about the 4-minute mark, then those are gone. So definitely still a great watch, and I think this one's like an hour and a half. So it depends how in-depth you want to get for the material. At the very bottom, we're going to jump down to journal entry number 7. And for this, what I want you to do is choose an artwork from ancient Egypt. This is a past student example, Anubis. We've got a great paragraph here. Think about things such as what draws you to it, where it was made, where it was found, where is it now, the title of the artwork, the narrative, what is it about. And so underneath here, also, there's so many students who write about the pyramids, the Mask of King Tut, and the Bust of Nefertiti. Please don't do those. Choose other artworks to talk about. Let's jump up to the discussion on art theft. So what I would like you to do here is to utilize an academic database that is available to you through the school's library and choose an article. So it's kind of like using Google, but it's more academic than that. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and click on the databases because that's going to bring us right to the database. Now, you can use, if you've got one that you normally use, maybe you use Academic Search Complete, or maybe you use JSTOR, that's fine to use. But for me, for this particular project, I like using newspapers. So we'll jump down here to US Newsstream. We're just going to click on that. And that'll bring up kind of like a Google search bar. And so you can enter search terms, something as easy as art theft, or maybe you're interested in international art theft or art theft of Picasso. For me, I'm interested in particularly World War II art theft. And so I'm going to type in Nazi art theft, press enter, and it's going to bring me a number of articles. It does not matter if this article is new or old. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. You can do anything from the 90s or the 80s or even the 2000s. Whatever article that really interests you. Now, I will mention that some of these may be book reviews. And book reviews don't do well for this project because we're kind of summarizing an article, and a book review is already a summary. So don't do that. But just cruise around and see if there's really an interesting article. The Nazis and art theft, Loyola College professor explores the blurred lines. Let's take a look at that. An abstract is just kind of a summary of the full text. And then this one here, pretty decent article, 1,500 words. That's a little bit on the long side. I do cap out at 2,500 words, but anything minimum of 500. So we're going to go ahead and use this article, even though it's a little bit on the long side, and we're going to summarize it, and we need to also grab the citation. So we'll click the Cite button here. And it is okay whether you use MLA, APA, or Chicago, doesn't matter. A lot of my students, they like to use APA. That's totally okay. That one is not the one I wanted. There we go. This one would work fine. And you definitely want the link here as well. So now that we found an article, and again, feel free to go back and use different keywords and things like that. So let's jump over here. So we found our article. Topic is art theft. We're going to summarize it. We're going to have another paragraph about why we chose it. We're going to add the citation. I just showed you how to do that. Please let me know the database that you used, and please respond to one other student. The initial post is due on the 12th, and the 19th is when the response is due. All right, so that wasn't too difficult. Keep in mind, you can always reach out to librarians. They absolutely love showing you how to use databases. So if you're on campus, the library also has a chat feature on their website and everything like that. So feel free to do that, or also stop by my office hours every Monday, 4 to 7. I'm happy to help you there as well. And I think that is everything for this week. So I hope you had a great spring recess, and I will be back shortly to tell you about module number 11.